Good afternoon. It is March the 8th, 2017, and time to wrap up today's trading and take a look at the Globex session and tomorrow morning. We'll start with our usual disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. What a day in crude oil. They say September 2015 was the last time we've had a day like this in crude. So big things happen today. Unfortunately, not in the E-mini. We started out this morning wanting to sell 69s, 71s, then 74s to 76s. I mean, if you got short in the 71 area, and you could have 3-4 times, eventually it produced a point or two. We raised our buy from 60 to 62 to 65 to 67. And that gave you 3 trades also. So don't have a lot of volatility to work with. All day long on the up days, I said I thought the market was going to sell. It did sell, but it didn't break. So again, you can whittle away at the mini. Every now and then you catch a 3, 4, 5 point trade, but most of the time it's 1 to 2 as we move sideways right now. We're seeing more and more articles each day calling for a correction. Market is overbought, more overvalued than it's ever been. But markets can move sideways. They don't have to correct. So 2335, 2350 is an area that could hold. In fact, you could pull back 200 points. 240 points would only be a 10% correction. So, and that's not a bear market. A bear market is 20. So we'd have to pull back 480 points for a bear market to manifest itself. And that probably isn't in the cards just yet. Could happen, but it'll take an obvious piece of news. F1 screen, E-mini, lower high, lower low. Find a place to sell it. F2 screen, leaning P on both TPOs and volume. Pretty square distribution. If we put it all together with what's come before, it is selling, but right now you can make the case for the long side, so we have a mixed market. Tomorrow's news, jobless claims, 238. Import prices plus 0.2. Export prices plus 0.2. Natural gas inventories last week, they were up 7B. Don't have any idea where they'll be this week. I guess the news focus will be jobless claims, and nobody pays a lot of attention to that anymore. Last rotate up, stopped at 70. I have a high of 73. So if we were to close it right now at 67, we'd be selling 69s, 72s, sell 1, 74, 76, sell 2. On the buy side, 64, 66. Pick up support, and then 60, 62. So 65 to 60 is our buy zone, 70 to 75 is our sell zone. Just to keep it simple. Looking at the note, we had an auction a couple of weeks ago. I think it was the 2-year, where the short squeeze was there, and it was there for one day of the auction. It wasn't there for the whole auction, and we had a really strong rally on that particular auction, and I believe it was the 2-year. And then on the 5 and 7-year, the market dumped. So while we did come back a little bit, this market is pointed lower right here, lower high, lower low on the F1 screen. And on the F2 screen, I have 2 distributions. So Right here's the break in the market, 123.10 to 12. And we're at 123.05, so sell 1 will be 7 to 11. Hard to move that 30-year paper. 15 to 19, sell 2. On the buy side, we can buy 28 to the buck. If the E-mini sells this afternoon, we're going to have to pay up. If the E-mini doesn't sell, probably can buy it on the cheap and buy 2, 21 to 25. Looking at the 30-year, $48 to 04, number 1, sell 7 to 11, sell 1, 15 to 19, sell 2. On the buy side, the auction stopped at 18, 19. We're at 30, so 20 to 24 is 1, picking up this area right there. 13 to 17 is buy 1. 1 to 5 is buy 2. And gold got hammered today. Big market. That's the first time I think crude has beaten gold as far as trading opportunities go in a long time. A couple of weeks anyway. Which is an eternity in the futures markets, right? Lower high, lower low on gold. Stops below 1200 is the play right now. In my not so humble opinion. Okay, this high volume area, basically 1208, attracted and pulled the market to it. Pretty clean break in the market, 11 to 15. We're picking up that low. And if you want to draw a line across it, 14. So right now, last rotate up stopped at just below 10. So 10 to 12, sell 1. 15 to 17, sell 2. On the buy side, 5 to 7 is buy 1. I like the trade 99 to 01 for buy 2 better. Naturally, Cheap Charlie would always like it at a lower price, right? Probably my biggest fault. It's interesting. I've been really good over the years since I've been helping run a couple of portfolios of exiting the stock market optimally. But I've been really lousy at getting back in. I always think I can buy it cheaper. Whereas on the bond, getting in and getting out and the note's been pretty easy. And I don't know how to explain that, but that is a fact. And need to keep that in mind. Okay, let's see. Let's put all this back together. Got our move out of the middle of the day, perhaps a new distribution down, so 53 is the lid. And is 49.50, 49 even, so 49, 49.50 is probably reasonable support. I put an article up that said that OPEC will talk about rolling over their current production quotas. After June, it was just a 6-month deal. But a lot of damage was done today, and it'll take some news to set it back. So 50, 50, 50, 75, sell 1. 51 even, 51 and a quarter, sell 2. On the buy side, 49.75, 50, buy 1. Market stopped at 50.05, and then 49.49 and a quarter, buy 2. And it may take a 50.25 to get into the market here. I think we can get up a little bit in Globex. What a neat day trading crude. And I hope everybody prospered and did well. And you probably left a hell of a lot of money on the table. This is a very unusual day, though. It's been September 2015 that we've seen this type of day, so 2 years plus. And they will come out of the blue. And this is why you can't get complacent in futures. It is so easy to lose a ton of money. And it's pretty difficult to make a little money in crude, in futures. So we're always dealing with that. Euro, lower high, lower low, find a place to sell it. That's the irony in futures. You can lose $1,000 in the blink of an eye. Might take you an hour or two to make 100. That's just the way it works. Okay, we have a interesting distribution. We have volume at 57, and we have the balance point or TPOs at 48. This market may not break. It's definitely a B, but volume is well above time, and we have B's behind us. So selling into the 50, 60 area, sell 1. 75 to 85, sell 2. Looks reasonable. On the buy side, I think we can trade lower, so we'll put 105.25, buy 1. I think we're going for stops below 105. Maybe not tomorrow, but if we get a big non-farm payroll number on Friday, that's when it'll probably happen. And that's it for this March 8th, 2017. I will see you bright and early in the